just gonna jump right into it. I am doing the soap method for my eyebrows. So that is just taking like a spoolie for your eyebrows pretty much and finding like a bar of soap, spraying it with a little bit of water, saturating that, and just kind of like using that spoolie and brushing those brows upwards. This kind of gives like off that feather effect. Obviously, this is a huge trend going on right now, especially on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. It's just a more natural way and more like pop kind of way of getting your brows to look a little bit more natural and not too harsh and not more of that kind of like boxed in look that we all used to do a few weeks back. So yeah, that's just pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Just kind of like filling those in, brushing them up. I do an immense amount of layers of the soap because I have no eyebrows. However, if you do have eyebrows, obviously I probably wouldn't recommend you doing it this many times. If you do want to do it, go for it. Live your best life your own way. But yeah, I'm just going to continue to do that, and then we'll probably hop on to the, sorry guys, I was really feeling the music, but we're gonna hop on to obviously filling them in once that, and you just wanna let that dry too as well. So while your brows are drying, you obviously are gonna go in and get your like eyebrow stuff. So I like using sometimes a mix of pomade and of powder, and I use the Bhcosmetics Trio Brow, and I just kind of like lightly underline my eyebrows, kind of get that shape out. Like I said before, I really don't have eyebrow hairs. It's not an existing thing on my face. Obviously they are there, but they are very faint and fair. So I go really hard in with them just to define the hairs and make them pop a little bit more. Obviously with this soap method, when you're working with the pomade, you want to go in as quickly as possible because the soap does tend to dry really fast, and then that product kind of sticks into it, and then it winds up looking like a whole hot mess. I have done it before. I promise you that is exactly what will happen. If you use the pen method, obviously I think you still want to work in the same kind of like minutes, just because the soap does dry a little bit quickly, and you kind of want to work those in so they're not just looking like you just stamped on a few eyebrows, but they're kind of like more fluffier and more lifelike. And yeah, I'm just kind of like defining those. I always try to brush up in hairbrush motions anytime I'm filling in my eyebrows and trying to give them that bushier kind of effect. It just kind of makes it look more seamless and more put together. And I do have a natural arch on my eyebrows, so I try to follow that. Sometimes I will round it out because it can make my face come off a little harsh, and not in like a bad harsh, but like in a, like I've got like a snatched forehead all the time. And guys, the glistening on my forehead right now. Shout out to our big forehead girls and guys who are watching this video, because the struggle is real. But yeah, and then I'm fanning out the tail. I love a long eyebrow tail. I'm one of those people who's like really into it. So yeah, that's just what I'm gonna be doing, and then cleaning them up. Obviously, just want to make sure it's looking snatched. No brows left behind. Okay, so I am going in and I am cleaning up my brows, guys. I am ratchet. I don't know what that was, but it must have either been a Drake song or something. But anyways, we're just gonna clean those brows up. So I'm using one of those flat kind of pan brushes, one that you would use to kind of like pat on an eyeshadow brush, but it's a paintbrush, guys. It's a freaking paintbrush. So I ordered a set when I was like trying to get into learning a little bit more about graphic liners and all of that, and this brush is the best brush I've ever used. Honestly, if you're looking for really detailed and defined brushes, I recommend looking at artist brushes just because they're a lot cheaper and they pretty much do the same thing. Obviously, with foundation and concealer and all of that, you do want to probably stick to more of a cosmetic brush, but with brushes where you're just kind of detailing and outlining things, I think the artist brushes go really well. And I'm just kind of like patting my lids, setting that concealer that I use to carve out my brows onto my lids as well. We don't waste product on this channel. I am all about sustainability, guys, as I've mentioned before. So we gonna use it all. And it's looking a little hot mess, but you know, we gonna fix it. I'm not just gonna walk out here and look like a clown, you know? And by walk out here, guys, I am not leaving. I mean, walk out as in walk out that door of my room, but yeah. And then I am taking a stippling kind of, I'd say eyeshadow brush, I think that's what it is, and just kind of blending that in, making sure that it doesn't look so harsh and pale. Obviously, like I said, we were not going to leave it like that. You just want to kind of blend, and I love brushes like these for like blending just because they're a lot larger, they like cover more area, and they're just honestly beautiful. Like, look at that, guys, come on. Tell me I did not just like wipe away. Ooh, it's like a magic eraser. I just wiped away a whole mess. Guys, I'm really feeling this song. I do not know. I kid you not. It's gotta be some Drake song. I'm gonna have to re-look at what, because I was really like, that was sad. Alrighty, yeah. Guys, that was so not a Drake song, and I literally thought it was, but honestly, that is one of my favorite songs ever. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I might not even know the name of the song, but yes, it is poppin'. That's probably why I was feeling myself. But I'm just filling in my eyebrows with a gel eyebrow spoolie because why not? And that is from Bhcosmetics, guys. I think that's probably the only Bhcosmetics thing that I own. But yeah, I am going in with the Born to Be Wild, I believe it's called, by Urban Decay. Obviously, all the products will be listed down below. And I am just taking the lighter shade. It's like a white pearly shade. And I am just kind of like putting that on my lid. And then I taped my eyes to give more of that like snatched kind of long elongated eyeshadow look, and I am just kind of like forming a wing and kind of like striking, like pointing it out as farthest as I can go, even as close to the tail of my eyebrow, and kind of like using the darker brown shade in that palette and kind of just carving that out. And then I am taking my concealer and just carving that out as well, just so I get it more defined and it doesn't look too patchy. I think it may be the fact that I like blend in dry concealer into my eyeshadow on my eyelid, but sometimes my stuff comes up patchy. And I know it's not the products, because I use high quality products, and I'm not talking about high paying quality products. I'm talking about good enough products to where like I'm trying to figure out, maybe it's my eyelids, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just fully going in and detailing that out. Guys, you gotta be really focused with this, because once you like spend 15 minutes carving out that whole entire like point, you want to make sure you don't mess it up with a little bit of concealer. I have done that so many times and it has frustrated me to no end. Like, it's not a feeling you want to feel. we're just gonna add some more concealer. Oh my god, guys. The amount of concealer I'm putting on my eyelids. Like, I'm cringing right now at this moment. I think that's my problem sometimes when I do like my eyeshadow, is like overdoing it. And this girl right here she looks like she knows what she's doing, but she doesn't. She does not. So I am going in with some mascara, and this mascara is from Grand Drama. I got it in a BoxyCharm subscription box. Not sure the month, but yeah, Grand Drama is the mascara I'm using. It's got castor oil in it, which is honestly awesome for me because I do not have eyelash hairs as much as I have eyebrow hairs, guys. Like, I am a naked mole rat on my face. I am not mad at it because I have no chance of growing any other hair, but yeah, it can be rough out here. So castor oil is obviously good for growing hairs. And then I am double downing with the mascara, obviously, and going in with the Tarte Cosmetic mascara in Big Drama. And I love this mascara. It is a holy grail, guys. So Revlon has come out with a Color Stay 24-hour foundation, and I have been late to the game because this is honestly one of my most favorite foundations I have found, especially at it being at a cheap price. I think I paid $8 for this bottle. I've had it for a few months. It lasts a while on, and it is very, very full coverage for me. I love this. Obviously, I don't think itself is full coverage, the makeup, but for me, I only put a little on. I don't have a lot of blemishes to cover, so one smooth layer is enough for me. Sometimes I do add on more just to dramatize or to cover like darker spots, but for this one, I only sometimes just use one layer, and it is honestly like, guys, look at the finish of this foundation. Like, I just wet the beauty blender with just some water, and like, it's already like looking so dewy, so smooth. I just love it. And you want to like punch your face with this, man. Like, bounce that blender off. Like, this is why they call it beat the face. You're literally beating your face. All right, so I'm going to powder that down with my tried and true Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I think this one is medium deep, and I am just taking the lighter shade of that and just kind of like going in and patting, dabbing, whatever you want to call it, the powder all over my face so that I can set it. And yeah, guys, this is honestly gonna make your makeup not crease. I used to skip powdering things in steps like this, but it is essential. And for this palette, I know I talk about like trying to be more sustainable and affordable for people, you can go to TJ Maxx, I believe Ross, as well as Home Goods. A lot of those places sell some of the high-end makeup products, and they mark down those prices that you would normally see at Sephora, those other stores, or even on those websites. So definitely go and check that out if you did want to, you know, like finesse the glow up of having these high-end makeups, but without paying the price for it, you know? Alright, so I'm going in with concealer now. Guys, this is my favorite concealer, and you're going to be shocked at how much I paid for it. I paid, I think, less than $8 for this concealer. It is from Elfcosmetics. It is the Camo Concealer, 16-hour wear. It is fire, guys. The finish of this concealer, literally, it's like there's no need for you to go and buy a high-end concealer when you can get something like this that's gonna give you this finish. I have had no creasing no matter what powder I've used. I've had no creasing with this concealer. The only time it creases is when I'm sweating, and with these hot months, you know, like you just got to make sure you have a good setting spray. But guys, this is like honestly the best concealer I've ever had. I think this one is in the shade Tan Sand, and for my foundation, it was in the shade Toffee. Sorry, I didn't mention that. But yeah, so I am just kind of like obviously blending it out with the Beauty Blender. You always want to make sure you're dabbing and beating it down, making sure you're covering all those highlight points. I have learned the ultimate trick for highlighting and that, or concealing, and that is pulling it all the way up so it looks snatched, guys. Like, look at that. Oh, that curve. Now, obviously, it is not going to be that stark, not going to be that harsh. I'm obviously going to put on bronzing, but right now we are going to just be baking and setting. I don't think I'm baking. Maybe I am. I don't know. Sorry, my camera here is just trash. Bear with me until I get the money for a new one. But as of right now, I'm just using this Airspun powder and setting that. I love the Airspun powder. It is so cheap as well. You guys can get this from Walmart. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from most department stores, and I think it is under the $10 mark of powders, and it works so well. It's so good on all skin tones. It's not too drying, and I just love it. And I think I'm taking the, I don't know which, the Anastasia Beverly Hill contour palette. I think I'm using the darker shade and just kind of contouring and bronzing out. I sometimes get so confused on the difference between a contour and a bronze, so I'm doing one of the two and just kind of like making sure I look as chiseled as possible. Guys, you want to make sure you drag this up so that you get a more snatched look than dragging the concealer down. And make sure you are doing it in circular motions as well as tapping. You don't want to drag any kind of makeup on your skin, especially with powders, just because of the harshness, and it's hard to get that harshness out. And yeah, I'm just kind of doing that. We are going in with the Wanderbeauty palette. Oh my god, every time I try to like show this stuff, guys, like it'd be like trying to drag me on camera. But the Wanderbeauty palette, it is the Trio Face palette, I believe it's called, and it's got the shades Daiquiri and Tulum Mexico, which I love. I am in love with this freaking palette, guys. It's literally two things, and I've used it for so much. And the blush is just this nice pink blush. Black girls wear blush. I care what no one thinks. And I love this just because it's a nice, bright, kind of like muted blush. It's not too pink, so it comes on really nice and smooth and natural. And guys, I just love a blush. Look at that. She's got life now, her face. And then now we are here for the whole grand moment. The reason this video is called this video, Pop of Color. My girl, Laurasia Andrea, did a video of her doing a pop of color in her tear ducts with a lime green to match her lime green hair. And hello, I have colored hair as well, so I was like, I've got to pay tribute to this. So I am taking that blue shade from that Urban Decay Born to Be Wild palette and just kind of like lightly tapping into my inner tear duct with that color over and over again, just to grab some pigment. And I love this palette. It is the only eyeshadow palette I own that I have not seen fallout in the darker colors. Guys, this is stunning. Then we're going to be adding lashes. Bam! Guys, that was so quick. What just happened? She got lashes. I added some lashes that I got from Amazon, and then under those are some little individuals from Ardell that I put just to be a little bit more dramatic, because the pop of blue is just like telling me to go for it. And then we're taking that Bhcosmetics Carly Bible collab palette and taking the highlighting shade and just glowing my face up even more. Guys, I love this highlight palette. Like, I don't think enough people talk about it. It was honestly one of the best collabs Bhcosmetics has done, because I have used this palette continuously. And one of the things I love about Bhcosmetics is that they are really, really affordable as well, and they give great products and great quality. And then I'm taking that e.l.f. dewy setting spray, because I've really been into like dewy makeup looks lately. I used to be matte only, matte, and now it's like, girl, if I'm not glistening like a donut, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. And then I am taking the Colourpop. I don't know what the name of this gloss is, guys. I think it is either been discontinued. It was when Colourpop first started off, but they are also another affordable, really high quality brand too. They have products starting from $20, I think, and under. And guys, this matte lipstick, I've had this for years and it still is doing such a good job. I'm just outlining my lips with this dark brown and kind of like contouring them too. I love adding the little lines into the lips. It kind of makes them look a little bit more plumper and more like fuller in the middle. And then I am taking, I believe, I don't know the name of it, I'll leave it in the description bar below, but just like nice little muted pink lip gloss, and I'm putting that in the middle to give that kind of like nude lined effect that everyone is doing, guys. It is honestly, I feel like a lot of the times with makeup, we pull a lot of decades back into our makeup just as we do clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize this, but like, it's a thing. And people used to do this, I think, way back in the late times and outline their lips, did this, and we used to stop. Now we're back at it. And I just like, I love it, guys. I'm loving this look. Please check out Laurasia Andrea's video of her look, of how she did this, because it was stunning. Way better than me, guys. Like, she's phenomenal. And obviously I had to add some gloss because, guys, I'm trying to be on these trends. I used to be like, no, I'm not trending no more. But the gloss is coming back, and then I'm pulling off these hairs because having two cats and wearing gloss, having any animal and wearing makeup is a struggle, guys. I find hairs in places I didn't know you could find hairs, and I'm letting down my dreads. Do not come at me. I have not retwisted or refreshed them in a minute, but yeah, just giving you guys a close-up look of the look. I hope the quality pulls through really well, and I hope you guys can see everything that I've done, but I really truly love this look. It is so cute, so quick, so easy. Thank you for sticking to me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.